Hello students, in this video I am going to discuss about chapter 10, that is circles, from class 9 mbose textbook. Before starting the chapter, let me discuss about some definitions and the properties of circles. What is a circle? Collection of all points in a plane which are at a fixed distance from a fixed point. The fixed point is called center and this fixed distance is called radius. And if you consider the perimeter, this boundary, perimeter of a circle is called the circumference. So here this boundary is the circumference, this point O is the center, and the distance between O and the boundary, this distance is called radius. Now in this figure there are three line segments. The line segment joining any two points of the circle is called the chord of the circle. So AB is a chord. The chord which passes through the center is called the diameter. So here PQ is the diameter and CD is also another chord. If a line cuts the circle at two distinct points, here L is the line and P and Q are the distinct points, then this type of line is called secant. So secant is a line which meets the circle at two distinct points, and if it touches the circle at a single point, then it is called tangent. So we can say the line which cuts the circle at one point only is called the tangent, and this point is called the point of contact. So in this figure P is the point of contact and L is the tangent. In this figure L is the secant because this line cuts the circle at two distinct points, that is P and Q. If two circles are drawn with the same center but different radii, here this radius and this radius are not same but their centers are same, then this type of circles are called concentric circles. In this figure, from the circumference I have taken 2 points A and B. Then AB is called the arc. Since this is the smaller part, so this is called the minor arc, and A to B, if I consider this one, then this is called the major arc. Now the property number 1, equal chords of a circle subtend equal angles at the center. In this circle, AB and CD are two equal chords. Then the angle formed by this chord at the center, that is angle AOB and angle COD, these two angles will be equal. So we can say if AB equal to CD, then angle AOB will be equal to angle COD. Conversely, we can say if these two angles are equal, then these two chords are of equal length. So we can say if the angles subtended by the chords, this is one chord, this is another chord, if the angles subtended by the chords of a circle at the center of the circle are equal, if these two angles are equal, then these two chords will be of equal length. So if angle AOB is equal to angle COD, then AB equals to CD. The next property is, in a circle, from the center, if I draw one perpendicular on a chord, here PQ is a chord, from O, which is the center, I have drawn OL perpendicular to PQ. Then this OL will bisect the line PQ. We can say the perpendicular from the center of a circle to a chord bisects the chord. So if OL is perpendicular to PQ, then PL equals to LQ. Conversely, we can say line joining the center of a circle to the midpoint of a chord is perpendicular to the chord. Here PQ is a chord and suppose M is the midpoint. Then if I join O to M, then this line will be perpendicular to PQ. So in other words, we can say if PM equals to MQ, then OM perpendicular to PQ. With this knowledge, now we can start the sums of 10A. In 10A, question number 1 is, the radius of a circle is 8 cm and the length of one of the chord is 12 cm. Find the distance of the chord from the center. Here we can consider, let O be the center of a circle and AB be any chord whose length is 12 cm. Here A to B is 12 cm and radius of the circle, that is OB, is 8 cm. We have to calculate the distance of the chord from the center. That means we have to calculate OD. We know perpendicular drawn from the center to a chord bisects the chord. Here OD is perpendicular to AB. So AD equals to DB equals to 12 by 2 because A to B is 12. So DB will be half of 12, that is 6. So we can write here in the solution part, we know perpendicular drawn from a center to the circle bisects the chord. Since OD is perpendicular to AB, So AD equals to DB equals to 12 by 2. So DB equals to 12 by 2, that is 6 centimeter. Now if you consider this right angle triangle ODB, here hypotenuse is 8 centimeter, base is 6 centimeter, this perpendicular is not known. So here we can use Pythagoras theorem, and we know in a right angle triangle the side which is opposite to 90 degree is called hypotenuse. According to Pythagoras theorem, square on the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares on other two sides. So here OB square will be equals to OD square plus DB square. We can write OB square is OD square plus DB square. So 8 square equals to OD square plus 6 square. 8 square is 64, OD square plus 36. You can write OD square equals to 64 minus 36 in the next line. So OD equals to root over 64 minus 36, which will give 28. Now 28, if we prime factorize, 28 to the 14 to the 7. So instead of root over 28, we can write root over 2 square into 7, which will give 2 root 7. Now root 7, I have shown the calculation. Root 7 will be 2.645. So instead of root over 7, we can write 2.645. Root over 7 we have calculated up to 3 places, and generally in the exam also you have to take after decimal 3 places. So here we got 2 into 2.645. If you multiply, you are going to get 5.290 centimeter. So we can write the distance of the chord from the center is 5.29 centimeter approximately. In question number 2, it is given, find the length of a chord which is at a distance of 4 cm from the center of the circle of radius 6 cm. Here we have considered, let AB be a chord in a circle with center O. Here OD is perpendicular to AB. OD is 4 cm, which is the perpendicular, and OB is 6 cm. We have to calculate the length of AB. If you consider the right angle triangle ODB, then OB is the hypotenuse, because this is the side opposite to 90 degree. According to Pythagoras theorem, we can write OB square is OD square plus DB square. Here OB is 6, so 6 square equals to 4 square plus DB square. 6 square is 36 equal to 16 plus DB square. 36 minus 16. If I transfer this 16 in the other side, it will be 36 minus 16. It will give 20 equal to DB square. So DB equal to root over 20. Now if we prime factorize 20, it will give 2 10 ja, 2 5 ja. So instead of 20, we can write 2 square into 5. This 2 will come out, so it will be 2 root over 5. Now root over 5 is 2 into 2.236. And after multiplying, it will be 4.472 centimeter. So dB is 4.472 centimeter, and here root over 5, I have shown the calculation. If you want, you can copy from here. So dB we got, this dB is 4.472, but we want AB. We know perpendicular drawn from the center bisects a chord. Since dB is 4.472, AD also will be of same value, so AB will be twice of dB. So we can write here AB equals to 2 into dB. So 2 into 4.472, after multiplying it will be 8.944. So approximately 8.94 centimeter is the length of the chord. Question number 3 and 4 are of the same type like question number 1 and 2. So you can try it yourself. In my next video I am going to start from number 5. Till then, bye bye, take care and wait for the next part.